Hello, dear students. The only thing which I like is that all my students should always smile. And for that, we have introduced a very short overview of the entire chapter. But that's not all. We will give you study notes, comprehensive, detailed analysis of the chapters as per the ICSE curriculum. Yes, there would be mock test. We will cover everything. And yes, when you fall in love, the learning becomes magical. We definitely know how to create the magic and just get ready for the magic. I love you all. Bajrang Kumar Garg, founder, Gen Z EdTech. Keep smiling.
Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into a really crucial moment in India's freedom struggle. Imagine this: an entire nation rises up in peaceful protest with incredible momentum. And then, just like that, it all stops. We're going to find out why. It's a huge question, right? And back in 1922, this wasn't just some theory for India. It was very, very real. So let's jump right into the dramatic incident that forced an entire nation to ask that exact question. Okay, so here's the thing. We're actually going to start our story near the end, or at least at the big turning point, a really fiery, tragic day that changed absolutely everything for the independence struggle. This monument you're looking at, it's a pretty solemn place, and for good reason. This marks the exact spot where it all went down. In February 1922, a protest that was part of this huge nationwide movement, well, it took a really violent and deadly turn. So, what happened? Well, it started as a protest march against British rule, but things escalated fast. After a clash with the local police, the angry crowd turned their attention to the police station itself. And the human cost was just devastating. Get this, 22 policemen were trapped inside that burning building, and they were all killed. An act of violence like that, you can imagine, it sent shockwaves across the entire country. I mean, it seems a little crazy, doesn't it? One incident in one town brings a whole national movement to a screeching halt. To really get why Mahatma Gandhi made that call, we have to go back. We need to understand what this movement was all about from the very beginning. So let's rewind. How did this massive movement even get started? Well, it all came down to one simple but totally radical idea from Mahatma Gandhi, an idea meant to get the whole nation on board. The big goal was something called Swaraj, basically self-rule. And the idea to get there? It was simple, but wow, was it powerful. The plan was to peacefully just stop cooperating with the British. No violence, no fighting, just a complete countrywide refusal to play along with the colonial system anymore. And here's the kicker. This was the electrifying promise that got everyone so fired up. This wasn't some vague dream for the future. It was a concrete goal. Self-rule, Swaraj, in just 1 year. That timeline, that promise, that's what made the movement spread like wildfire. But, a call for non-cooperation can mean a lot of different things to different people. So let's take a look at how this one single idea was understood and, put into practice all across the incredibly diverse regions of India. And this right here, this shows you just how massive the movement really was. The idea of Swaraj wasn't just some political slogan. No, it was deeply personal. You see, for farmers in Gujarat, it meant no more crippling taxes. For workers on tea plantations in Assam, it was a chance to strike for better pay. And then you have poor peasants in Andhra Pradesh staging these forced satyagrahas to fight back against unfair grazing taxes. It was like everyone saw their own personal freedom wrapped up in this one big national movement. This image is so interesting because it really captures how people saw Gandhi at the time. He wasn't just a political leader. To so many people, he was something more, almost like a messiah, a savior, who was going to end all their suffering. And that belief was incredibly powerful. For a lot of poor farmers, this whole thing wasn't about some abstract political idea. It was a very real hope for something they called a Gandhi Raj, Gandhi's rule. They believed he would just wipe away their debts, get rid of unfair rules, and fix their day-to-day struggles. Which brings us full circle, right back to that burning police station in Chowri Chowra. You've got this incredible momentum, this soaring hope for a Gandhi Raj, and then, bam, it just stops. Let's look at what happened next, because it was a total shock to the system. See, for Gandhi, nonviolence wasn't just a tactic, it was everything. The how mattered just as much as the what. So when he heard about the violence, he was horrified. He felt the movement had lost its soul, even in this one incident. And he made a decision that stunned everyone. He, all by himself, called off the entire thing, the whole movement, just days after the fire. It was done. Can you just imagine how people on the ground felt? I mean, for years, they'd been organizing, sacrificing, truly believing that freedom was right around the corner. And then, all of a sudden, the plug is pulled. People were just bewildered. They felt totally let down. That huge promise of Swaraj within 1 year, it felt completely broken. So where does that leave us? Was the whole thing just a failure because it didn't hit its target? Or is there another way to look at it? Let's dig into the movement's real, long-term legacy. And when you lay it out like this, the story really changes. Sure, they didn't get Swaraj within 1 year. That didn't happen. But the long-term impact, the effect it had on the spirit of the entire nation, well, that was absolutely massive. And this is maybe the biggest takeaway of all. This movement completely changed the game. It took the fight for freedom out of the hands of a few elites and put it into the hands of the masses. For the first time ever, you had huge numbers of regular people, farmers, factory workers, students, all getting involved on a national scale. Freedom wasn't just a fancy idea anymore. It became a real, living hope for millions. So we end up right back where we started. By putting his principles above political momentum, did Gandhi make a huge mistake? Did he snatch defeat from the jaws of victory? Or did he do something even more important? By sticking to nonviolence, no matter what, did he build a stronger moral foundation for the freedom that would eventually come? It's a tough one, and it really makes you think, what does it actually mean to win a revolution?